David's daughter will finish on top of the podium. We will have a rookie there as well, and it's Tia Toomey who will finish in second place.
And one of those athletes is a woman who was on the podium, and we still forget about it because we're still shocked of the fact that Tia-Clair Toomey finished second out of nowhere.
She's raw, she's talented, but I almost don't know what to expect from her in the future.
2015 was my very first year at competing at the CrossFit Games, and I came second. Like, at the time, I literally thought I won. Like, that was just unbelievable and completely unexpected. Went back to the CrossFit Games in 2016 and came second again, and it was like my heart had been ripped out from my chest. The disappointment that I felt in 2016, I knew I just gave that championship away. And for the first time in my life, I felt I didn't give it my best. That stayed with me forever. Next year. In 2017, I went back to the CrossFit Games and I won for the very first time. And then I won again in 2018, again in 2019, again in 2020, again in 2021, again in 2022, and then in 2023, I felt pregnant and I had a year off. And then I came back to the CrossFit Games in 2024 and I won my first championship as a mother.
Ladies and gentlemen, I give you our most dominant CrossFit athlete of all
We are preparing for the day and making breakfast. Hey Willow. She's like my little sidekick. Well, do you want me to make you some more? Just in case you get really, really hungry? I'm Tia-Clair Toomey. I'm from Australia. We're here in Nashville, Tennessee, and I'm the most dominant CrossFit athlete of all time. Well, the typical breakfast is actually boiled eggs on a bagel with cheese.
Wait, what was that? That was just on there right then?
That's Vegemite.
That's Vegemite?
Yeah.
Wow.
All the way from Australia. She goes between peanut butter and butter and Vegemite. So my husband, Shane Orr, and I live here in Nashville, Tennessee, and we also have a daughter, Willow.
She's advanced. She's right. She's reading Habits That Make a Champion. How is that read, Willow?
Willow is our everything. She's a bag of joy. You know, she just fun little girl that runs around. She's always smiling. You know, she's so patient. She's got to be patient with a mother like me. We're just so lucky. She's the most beautiful little thing in the whole wide world.
She calls me Dee Dee. She can't say Missy yet. Dee Dee. Actually, she was down here one day. I was doing the dishes and I turned around and she wasn't here. I was like, where is she? Where is she? And she crawled into my bed and started reading a book, and I was so cute. What?
So Lucy McGonagall's been living with us for the last couple of weeks now. She finished school and then came over to Nashville to train under Shane and to train alongside me.
Don't have Bluey down here, so it's not her favourite.
You don't have Bluey down here?
No, I'm probably due somewhere, but I can only work Netflix, so that's what we're dealing with. Oh no! No!
She doesn't want to watch it?
She wants Bluey. It's been really cool. I mean, like, it's kind of almost, it's like surreal in a way, like why am I sitting machine today? It's just weird, but yeah, I mean, it's been what I wanted to do for like the last 5 years, so it's really cool. It's really good. But yeah, just getting my ass handed to me in every workout, so it's tough, but it's really good. And Sundays are always a brutal day. My legs and back, everything's just non-existent. But
No. Girl, you are hectic. Jeez Louise. Yeah, okay, all right. Yes, I know, you want it on your head. Come on. Well, I can go, yeah!
You over here? Ian, go.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you, Willa. Thank you. Funny she knew that those were mine.
We gotta go, hey Willow, we gotta go!
Shark doo 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 doo, baby shark doo 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 doo, baby shark doo 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 doo, baby shark. That's what we work out too these days. Well, my husband Shane and I, we have this brand and this business called Proven, and it is a hub where, you know, athletes, everyday people come to work out, to train, to achieve their goals and to live better lives. And right here in Nashville, we actually have a HQ. So we actually have a gym that runs affiliate classes, and we're really trying to embrace the CrossFit community where people want to live healthier lives, they want to work out, they want to go to a place where it's got a great community, a beautiful, clean, you know, immaculate gym, and they're able to push themselves and challenge themselves. And then in the other side of things, we actually have a performance hub as well, under the same roof. And that's where our athletes come. We have in-house coaches like Shane and Kiefer and Batu. We've really leaned in on this fitness adventure because, well, we have the right team, we have the right facility, and just why not? So today is Sunday, and we are 1, 2, 3, just under 4 weeks. Yeah, we're just under 4 weeks from the games right now. So we have probably, you know, another 2.5 weeks of hard training, and then we will probably start to taper, and then head on up to Albany to check in for the CrossFit Games. Looks like a lot.
What are you looking at?
Programming. So we got like a bit of a warm up, doing some clean and jerk complexes. We're doing some deadlifts. Oh, that's gonna light the hemis up. 8 pieces.
8 pieces?
Yeah.
Just for today?
Yeah. Ugh. Training for the CrossFit Games and training at this point, only weeks out, we are in the thick of it. We are what I like to call the trenches. Our training for the CrossFit Games is intended to be harder than the CrossFit Games. So when we rock up, not only are we prepared as athletes, but the CrossFit Games technically should be easier because we've done the volume, we've hit and we've built the confidence in our abilities to lift whatever they ask of us, to work out and hit the intensity of whatever workout they throw at us. And Shane definitely doesn't leave a rock unturned when it comes to training for the CrossFit Games.
I'm under the full belief that failure is exactly what we want to see at this point in time. We've got to precisely know what our body's capable of, rather than playing this illusion everything feels good. This is where we really define what we're capable of, so that when we go there, we're not playing the guessing game. Failure is good.
It is a lot different this year. I think I've expressed some of the concerns that we have, of like the strength development, just having such a short runway to prepare for that. It's been a ride, right? Like to get to this point, but then to get to the level of where she is year after year and trying to level up or trying to beat the person she was last year, right? Like you climb this mountain, she creates this, like in our eyes, this monumental legacy, and then she wants more of it. And then you get to this peak and then you look up and there's another bloody mountain there and you've got to climb that one, right? And you're just scaling and year after year, you're just climbing and trying to outdo what you can. And I think that's just a testament of her and what she's trying to do.
Heart rate up. Oh, sorry. Okay, I'll get off. You're way more important, aren't you? What are you doing? Are you gonna roll out? Oh. Can't Mummy be on a little bit of it? It's not very nice. Oh, I'm in your way now? If you bite me, hey, no.
She was trying to bite you.
I'm not even joking. I swear she just loves to get under my skin and bite me. And, you know, it started off like it didn't hurt and, you know, she was so young she doesn't understand. But now you can tell she totally understands that it really ticks me off. It's a work in progress. We're starting to understand each other.
Yeah.
She's starting to pick up it's just not a good thing. And she just tends to want to bite me and no one else. Yeah, man, like I'll be just like laying there, like rolling out, and all of a sudden I've got this bite mark on my calf muscle. Ugh. Or on the back of my shoulder and it stings. Like, yeah, I deserve that. So Mondays are rest days and they are Willow days. And you know, that's where I try and make up for the long days at the gym with her, where she has obviously been at the gym. Like, she doesn't know any better. Oh, that's nice. Come on, you know. But this is my opportunity to do things with Willow that I wish I could do throughout the week on any given day. And one of those days is like going swimming. Yay! Yep. As much as my heart is still in it to compete and still wanting to stand on top of the podium, like I have a little girl to think of, and as she gets older, it gets harder because, you know, I want to be the one taking her to her football practices or gymnastics practices or piano lessons or whatever it might be, and I want to support her in what she needs. I know. Kiss it better? Oh, lick it better? Wow. Oh, it's coming! I know the reality of me wanting to pursue my goals. It's not necessarily that I can't do it, it's just I won't be able to do it the way I want to do it and the way I know I need to do it. We're getting rained on.
Becoming a mother for Tia, it's changed her in so many ways. It's brought so much more clarity, but along this, she felt this empowerment of, I want to show my daughter what we're truly capable of. And along that decision making as well, she wanted to make sure that she wasn't neglected or we'd change anything significant that we felt like Willow was missing out. And then we made sure as a team that we would make sure that would be always our priority. Hence why there was this very strong belief of retirement. She just wanted to be a mother and she just wanted to spend time with her daughter. So she was going to retire at the CrossFit Games.
Well, that makes me want to stop you and say, like, does that make
Okay.
sense?
Yep. I mean, let's rewind it back then.
Yeah.
Our final heat of the females, Alfred Tia-Clair Toomey, dominant as always.
I genuinely believed that the Touring Pro was going to be the last of Tia taking the floor. We had spoken about it at the end of Rogue, and she said, look, I just want to finish it at home. And I thought, wow, what a magical way to end it. Basically where it all started, right? The first regionals and all that.
The crowd on their feet, bringing Tia home. The 7-time CrossFit Games champ, Olympian, Com Games gold medalist, wife, mother, legend, Tia-Clair Toomey. Thank you for every moment on the competition floor here at the Touring Pro. This sport will never be the same.
The days following Touring, she was just asking more questions about, is it possible? 8 days after Touring Pro was the World Championships for High Rocks, and that was the big event for our calendar. But that Monday after the High Rocks event had concluded, and then we got back to Nashville, she accepted her invite to the CrossFit Games, which I'm really stoked about, but I genuinely didn't think I'd be here today, prepping for number 8.
You know, every year throughout the games period, I'm hanging on by a thread because I'm training so hard, I'm so tired. And you think, okay, just like, this is it, like this is the last year. And almost like saying that to yourself, you're like, okay, come on, put in your best effort here because this could very well be it. And then you have time off, and then you get back into the gym and you're hanging out with your friends and you're working out and it's like fun. Like, it is the hardest sport to retire from. I've tried to retire so many different times. And I just, every year I think, well, I could just go another year.
Is this going to be her final year at the CrossFit Games?
Yeah, I thought I was done 3-4 years ago, mate. I'm not even kidding.
Is this going to be my final year at the CrossFit Games?
What did she say? I think I know, but what do you know?
She told me.
We'll see.
We are about to start our first piece for the day, which it's a machine piece. I think we're kind of like split into two. Some people have one version, some people have the other version, but yeah, time to get nice and sweaty. Yeah, we got here Sunday night, and then so yesterday, Ricky, Jay and I, we just had some like easy, like moving flush pieces just to, yeah, get the body moving coming off the travel. And then today we're in games training.
We got day one here for these Aussies off the jet lag, and they got 9 workouts to do today.
9 workouts?
I don't know if they're going to be able to handle it.
We can handle it, mate. Till death.
So we've got many athletes traveling here. Most of them who have arrived now are actually Aussies. It's pretty crazy to have so many talented athletes under the one roof.
We've got some people doing ski row, some people doing ski bike row. So it'll be good. Everybody's got a little bit different workout, which is nice, but then I think Shane's picked some people that he wants to go against each other like always, so we'll see how that pans out too. He plays games, right? So he plays without telling anyone. He wants to see how people react in certain situations, and that can either be pitting 2 people against each other with paces, saying, hey, I want you to go out at this pace, I want you to go out at this pace, knowing what's going to be the end result, and he wants to see if they can push to those levels. Sometimes it's as innocent as just getting testing data from them, and that can also be a case, but I think within our certain little group of coaches, we have some fun secrets that go on the athletes don't know about until afterwards.
The massive benefit is that we get to create an environment which is simulating the games experience. Just with the amount of years that we've been able to be there, attend some of those micro details that we spoke about, we get to create that opportunity for them, creating an environment which elevates the athlete, meaning that we get to use athletes to compete alongside each other to bring the best version of themselves. trying to remove a lot of those fears for them. And then also for us, as a final touch for the coaches to spend precise time with them and critiquing a few movement patterns that we don't typically see through the open quarterfinal. Whether it be bike riding, whether it be swimming, whether it be ruck work or anything like that, we get to explore and deeper and work precisely on those skills.
I shouldn't laugh, the poor guy.
What can we say? Our boys have big
Personality.
So it's like a power clean, push jerk complex. Doing some floating power cleans. And then, so it's like power clean, jerk, drop the bar. Some power clean, I think a floating clean in there, another jerk in there. Then I think you drop the bar and then you do some more power clean and jerks. Honestly, the first one's going to be tough to remember what it was.
Just keep that bar closer to your body. Front rack, you're trying to fucking out here. No one PRs a fucking power clean like that. Pull the bar up into your front rack with hips underneath the bar. Tia, this isn't strong. You gotta really try to emphasize extension, plant the feet here, hips underneath. This isn't what I'm after. Get it off the quad higher then.
To always want to get better and never be satisfied. Until you do it yourself, I don't think you fully understand how heavy and how tiring it really is. But there's just something that I can't fully comprehend or can't explain that's just deep down inside of me that I just can never settle. And I sometimes wish I wasn't like this, because I just want to relax, but I just can't.
I would say she's fearless and relentless. She really is. She was only meant to build up to a heavy single for the day, and it ended up being 4 or 5 failed lifts, and on the 6th or 7th, or even maybe 6th or 7th attempt, after failing, she tried again and again and again. And then she finally got it. That fearlessness of approaching the bar is a reminder to me and to the athletes of like, this is what it looks like, the different level of what it takes to have a clear focus of what you want to achieve. You know, even if it's just the bloody barbell to pick it up and put on your shoulders. It's so clear in her mind that I can do this, I will do this, rather than I'll wait for another day when it feels better.
I think my mentality is quite brutal, and that's just because I have very high expectations of myself. From the very beginning, I never really understood or appreciated how powerful your mentality really is. But over the years, and as I've developed as an athlete, as I've matured as an athlete, and as I've built that experience, I've realized mentality is everything.
And sure, like as a coach, sometimes you want that, but you also got to understand your athletes and what feeds them. And her fearlessness or ferociousness, this is the person that she is. So you give them that, or you allow them to play in that realm because that's who they are.
Yeah. She'll probably beat some guys. She for sure will beat, even though it has a row, because she's gonna be so far. Some of those guys can't run like her. She's gonna bank so much time in the run. Yep.
How do you beat Tia?
No, nowadays you can't right now. Here's the only, she's gonna get beat as she ages out and newcomers come in. But right now, I don't think there's anybody that can beat her. And maybe not for the next few years even.
You don't think anybody can train as hard as she does?
It's not like, so training hard is one aspect, but like there's a lot of people, you and I can train fucking hard, right? It's more than just training hard. There's like a culmination of things that come together to make her the best. It is training hard. There's plenty of athletes who train as hard as her and maybe even harder, but then you combine her experience, you combine the length she's been doing this, the duration she's been doing this. Honestly, you combine her athletic background coming up. I asked her once what she did in high school, and she was a cross-country runner and a swimmer. And so like foundational wise, so when people say outwork, I think the outwork thing is a cop-out, because also when you say that, you're insinuating that the other people don't work hard. So, and there's some aspect of genetics and size and height, and strength to weight ratio, all of that plays into it, but nobody's there.
You really don't, like, just age and injury, the only things that you can beat her with?
Nobody's at her level at all. Yeah, I mean, like, who's near her? Who's near her CrossFit-wise, athletically-wise?
I mean, you think about physical and mentally, no one's close.
No one. Physically, no one's close. She went from an athlete to a successful affiliate owner to a successful leader of proven fitness, all at the same time while being the best CrossFitter in the world. At this point, the number of times she's won, nobody's won as many times as her. The number of consecutive wins, she is the defining athlete, the essence of the perfect athlete in her sport. There's nothing that we can throw at her that she can't dominate and win. Nobody's even in the same level. So she's set the bar and the standard for females and males of what it means to be a champion in the CrossFit space. And also the way she carries herself, her character, the way she supports the community, the fans. It's a breath of fresh air and the right champion and the right leader we need at this time.
Ian, massage chairs. Now I get it. So we're here getting a mani and pedi. Lucy's getting a mani. She literally asked me if it's okay if she gets a mani. I said, Lucy, you can do whatever you want.
I'm trying to decide what I want to get my nails done back at home. Normally I spend the week before deciding, but it was spur on me, so I done a Pinterest deep dive last night, but I think I'm going to get these. Or between these two. Wow. But my sister got these last time, so she'll just say I copied her if I get them, so. But that won't stop me.
we get out the car and Jay's like, I'm gonna lose my petty virginity.
That's true.
Are you? Is that what's gonna happen?
Yeah, I'm a bit nervous actually. I don't know what to do.
You didn't tell me it was gonna be on camera.
You're gonna get the pedicure?
Yeah, man. I just come for the foot massage. It's actually pretty nice.
Yeah?
Massage chair, foot massage. Have you had one?
No, I've never had one.
Lie to me.
I just want regular nail polish.
Dude,
Yeah,
look
we
at that.
have that one.
That's from
Oh, that's a sample.
What is that from?
lots of running for the first event at the CrossFit Games. So
You gonna get that buffed out?
maybe, I don't know. I'm new to this stuff though.
So, we've got a lighter day of training today. So we've trained this morning, we'll train this afternoon. But we just thought, why not, get a massage, sit in the aircon, and get our nails done.
Yeah, hopefully they just don't cut off my running calluses.
Because I've done a lot of work to get them. I'm a bit worried that they're going to take away my calluses.
A long bastard, isn't it?
That's what I'm saying. I think it's still growing.
It's longer than all your guys' fingers.
Wow, dude.
I could make some money off that, That's a rare breed.
Yeah, people are seeing it for free on Road to the Games.
Yeah, dude, we'll put this out for you. We'll show a preview here.
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
I'll send you the invoice.
Yeah, sign up. Click Ricky's link in his bio, and
Exactly.
you can see those long things.
Might see some other long things too.
Sorry. Yeah, so we have a track session, so everyone's come out this morning to the track, which is super convenient. It's only around the corner from the gym. I feel great because Queensland won.
And rugby?
Yep. So poor Ricky and Maddie are just, wiping their tears away, licking their wounds. Queenslander! The Americans have no idea what we're talking about. I was like, don't worry, it's our Super Bowl.
Oh, was it seriously?
Oh, fuck yeah.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah, it's a big deal.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
This was like overnight?
We bleed maroon. All right?
What's the goal this morning?
The goal, honestly, the goal here is just preparation for event 1 at the CrossFit Games. Since they've announced it, we get to play around with pacing and really finesse and fine tune what that looks like. But more importantly for me, it's the accumulation of volume and how that could actually impact the entire weekend. For most runners, or for most CrossFitters, this is a fair bit of volume in running, and quite demanding, especially depending on the weather there. So for me, it's like, how can we absorb and acclimate to this workout the best so that we can have a successful building momentum weekend?
Yep.
Righty guys, so what we'll do, we'll get on the line here. 2, 1.
Who is your competition?
I would say my competition is everyone that stands on that start line. Everyone's training hard. Everyone's going to bring it. Everyone wants to stand on top of that podium. And I've just got to make sure that I'm better than everyone out there.
So how do you beat Tia-Clair Toomey? I thought about this after you asked me before, and I can't come up with a good answer, which is scary, and that says more about her than anything.
She's just shockingly good. It's just incredibly impressive.
There's no debate that she is the best to ever compete in CrossFit, men and women. So
she's a freak, man.
She is the GOAT.
We talk about Matt Fraser a lot in our space, but this girl's pushed beyond that.
She is the most dominant person in the sport and probably always will be.
How do you beat Tia-Clair Toomey?
You don't. You just don't.
She can go compete at the Commonwealth Games as a weightlifter. She can suddenly go and do bobsled if she wants to. She is a freak.
I say we're lucky that we don't have Tia in our field because she would probably beat us too,
I've won it once and it's so hard. And she's going for 8. It's like,
I imagined it in my mind. I was like, oh, I'm gonna need to win 7 more.
She's the greatest of all time. And I think some people from like a viewership they think, oh, it's a bit boring watching Tia win. I don't get bored of that. I don't get bored of that.
Oh, she won by 3 minutes and that's boring? Okay, cool, no. It's annoying is what it is, but it's not boring.
I think now you've probably seen, but very few people understand like what actually goes on in that woman's head through training, and it's not as much talent as people believe and more effort, so it's very hard to beat somebody that comes with both talent and that kind of work ethic.
But to be honest, I think you just have to wait till she retires for right now.
The athlete that she's proven to be is a really fucking good one. You know, as much as you're like, oh, fuck, like, fuck her, like, get out of here, leave, you're like, but she is really good. Like, there's always the asterisk. Like, yeah, but she's the fucking best.
I think anyone can be beaten, but the real question is, am I going to let anyone beat me? And I'm working damn hard to make sure that doesn't happen. I'm the 7-time fittest woman on earth and going for my 8th title. And, you know, some would say there's a lot of pressure with that. And there definitely is, like, it's very heavy. Every crown or every championship just layers on a whole nother weight. But I think with my mindset and I think with my perception of it, I'm able to actually embrace that pressure, and rather than looking at it as a negative and looking at it as how heavy it is, it's more of a motivation. It helps me push harder in training, it helps me not get complacent, and it gives me that expectation of always wanting more.
Yeah, well, we've gone through this why she wants to win 8 times. I said, what's the difference between 7 and 8, so to speak? And obviously it's 1 more, but is it more fulfilling to have 8 as it is to 7, as it is to 3, as it is to 1? And for her, it is. She doesn't owe it to herself for this year. She owes it to the person back in 2013 when she first found CrossFit. All those years measure up to be the person she is today. And with so much still to give, she'll be doing herself a disservice if she doesn't put herself in a position to win. Even after the evolutions of what she's become, what we've created, a family, all those other side challenges that she's taken on, I still pinch myself to think, holy crap, like, it all just started in a small town, just doing, you know, a simple class, and then just changed our whole lives. It's bloody cool.
I mean, I never embarked on this journey for 7 titles or 8 titles, but it's because I work so hard in training and what I do that I want the reward. And it's not always just about like that gold medal or that championship title or anything like that, but it's far deeper than that. It's about the legacy that I'm trying to leave behind. And so there's so many layers to why I want to go for another championship, because it's living proof that if you work hard and you commit and you're dedicated to it, like, you can achieve it. It's freeing to win. When you win, that weight is lifted off your shoulders, and for that brief moment, you know it's all been worth it. And so that's probably why I keep coming back. On that Sunday night, I just want to feel that sense of freedom.